Guys, and Trackling, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to make secondary school better. Also, I'm recording with my blue snowball, so my voice might sound different, but this is because my blue snowball doesn't actually pick up the fan in the background of my PC, but this one does. Anyway, to stop myself from rambling on too much, I have got a list of questions that I'm going to answer to try and get my point straight across. Did you like secondary school, and why? You probably were expecting this answer. No, I didn't like secondary school at all, except for actually meeting friends. The reason I disliked going was because of the way it was set out. The system was so bad. It was just like going there, sitting down, being in pretty much a prison. If you got arrested, it would probably be more fun than it is in secondary school. And you're literally there to learn things that are barely gonna help you in life. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to learn a few things to pass some exam, but all the coursework you have to do, it's just too much. Just get us to like learn all the stuff, then do the exams. It would save 5 years. I learned 5 times as much than I did in those 5 years in just like 3 weeks. Like, you shouldn't do this to kids. You shouldn't just force them to go to school 5 days a week for 6 hours a day for 5 years. It's just ridiculous. Getting a bit rambly, aren't we? You can tell that I don't feel very passionate towards this. Did you learn anything valuable? If so, what? I'm actually struggling to think of something. I mean, I did home economics and we cooked and things, and I learned a couple things from that. I was going to mention I learned how to speak English and actually do some maths, but like I learned all that in primary school. What they taught me in flipping secondary school was all the prime numbers and the quadratic equations, things that I didn't really care about and still don't. What was it like? It was horrible. Like, I wouldn't recommend anyone going back there. If you want to get some grades and stuff, I would recommend you do it in college. Or like, if you want to go and do a test, I would not recommend you go back to do a test to get better grades. It's an awful system. You're treated with no respect by the teachers whatsoever, and you're just expected to do what the teachers say. College is much less strict, so you can actually go to the toilet when you want. You can choose what you want. I mean, in year 9, you could actually choose what subjects you wanted to do, except science, maths and English, I think, were like mandatory. Teachers are probably gonna be like, yeah, you're not meant to have fun whilst learning. I've seen some certain people at my college. Like, I've got an awesome English teacher. He just makes the learning fun. Like, all the teachers at secondary school, angry teachers that don't know how to do their work. Like, I've heard too that certain teachers, like maths teachers, they can like get forced to do English work. Like, it doesn't work like that. Darn it, why is this system messed up? Finally, the last question is, what would you change? Trust me, if I wrote down a list, I would have a list starting from here all the way to the other side of the room. There's so much things that I would change in secondary school. I would highly recommend that the teachers actually took criticism. The whole system is outdated. It's like this stuff that was useful about 50 years ago, and we haven't changed the system since. I guarantee that my parents, they're at least about 40 now. They were taught about 30 years ago. They were taught the same things as I was. Society changes. Then why haven't they changed the system to match the current year? Probably because it's a whole lot of work. I'd actually like some kind of system for bullies. I know that you're not allowed to fight back. Like, how ridiculous is that? If you fought back in like self-defense, it's not the bully's fault, it's you. If like they were punching you, if they bust your nose, you hit back, you're the one that gets into trouble. It's like ridiculous. The teachers expect you to just go and tell them, and so they can sort it out, but they never do. All they do is basically like tell them off, like, don't do this anymore. Then they don't even give the student any protection whatsoever. This is literally just going to anger the bully even more. Just like, oh, you ratted on me, you runt. Who says that anymore? What? And I know something in my college, right, it provides support for people with like who have got kicked out of the house, getting bullied by people at school, or even like in an abusive relationship with parents and stuff. They'll help you with anything. We need something like that for secondary school, because so far, as much as I've heard, they don't do any of that. Next, I would like to go into secondary school and like sign a paper or something for like what lessons I'd love to take. When I chose PE, I could choose like what sport I could do too. Like I chose swimming, and I think I may have given myself permanent ear damage by being in the pool 3 hours straight. But you know, it was fun to be in the swimming pool that long. And college, we all have so many classes, but they still find room to actually make people in their class. There's a student council where they can like have their say and just describe to the teachers and higher authorities just what's going right and what isn't. So like if the seats are really bad in certain areas, you can request better seats, you can request better Wi-Fi, you can request whatever you want. We need that in secondary school, because if all of this was in secondary school, we wouldn't need college. I would prefer we didn't need college. Like I could have come out of there with just straight A's. Well, maybe not that much because I'm not that smart, but I could have come out of there with pretty much all passes. If I could choose when and what I could have, like for instance English, you could choose to have that all week and be able to focus on that and learn it, and then like have the exam when you're ready. I'd be able to get my English GCSE in year 7 just in like the first 6 months. I don't even think it would take 6 months, maybe just like a month at the most. It would literally take me less than a year to pass all my GCSEs. Anyway, on that note, hopefully you guys understood most of the things I said and you will agree with it. Like the most important part about this is that you understand my rambles. You're just going to be watching this video and I'll be talking at like 50 miles per hour and you'll just finish like, what the heck was said in this video? But anyway, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a like. I hope you have a good day and I'll see you in the next video. I grabbed my hair for no random reason. Bye.